Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Just gonna have a real simple video today. I had previously recorded this and it was a pretty good video, but I was filming myself and I had the camera pointing towards the window, and even though I would close the blinds, it was just so blinding. It just made the video so unattractive. Like, you know, it just made the video unwatchable. So I'll try this again. New day, new breakfast. I have perfected something. Pretty much what I want to talk about today, it's not craft related, it's whatever. So if you've been with me for a while, maybe you've subscribed because of this video. I had a hysterectomy, not exactly, like a little over 3 years ago. They took everything except for the ovaries, so I did not go into early menopause. At least I don't think. And a lot of people, I'm just kind of an update on that. A lot of women ask me in that video, have you had any bad side effects, blah, blah, blah. And for the longest time I didn't. And I'm not really sure, like 100% if now, or even then, I was feeling side effects like 1 year after, 2 year after. But I did experience, and a lot of people ask me too, did you experience weight gain? For the first, so the first month or so, 2 months, I didn't gain any weight. So so let me kind of go over this. And also just to preface this video, this is kind of like, have breakfast with me. I made myself a chaffle. A chaffle is merely just half a cup of mozzarella cheese and 1 egg. And I found these little waffle machines at Target for 10 bucks. It's the Dash brand of waffle makers. They're very tiny, and I did my chaffles, and then I also did the egg in the same waffle maker. Perfect. I have my cup of coffee. My friend got me a mug from SeaWorld. Very steampunkish. So I'm happy. So yeah, going back to that, 3 years ago, it was January, like the first week of January, I had my hysterectomy. Like I said, they took everything but my ovaries. So I did not go into any kind of early menopause. And so I was fine. So after I recovered that March, I went to New York with my husband. And if you've been with me for a while, you heard all these little bits and pieces of stories in many of my videos. But here's a compilation of this and the aftermath a little more than 3 years later. I went to New York, and again, I will still claim and adamantly, I believe this with all my heart, I ate the exact same way that I eat here where I live. I did have some pizza. I didn't have a whole pie when I was in New York. I would have a slice while we were walking. I had my Apple Watch with me. I literally I was only there for like 2 days. I literally did about 30,000 steps within those 2 days, because each day we would do a little bit over 15,000 steps. So, and we barely took Ubers, except maybe when we were coming back from Brooklyn, we took an Uber back into New York to our hotel. But like literally, I mean, if you live there or have vacation there, you're walking, you're taking the subway, you're walking everywhere. So that was very strange to me. I remember, and this is probably like an unhealthy thing that I've done. I'm pretty sure it is. People would say it is, but I don't know. This is what I've always done. I've weighed myself every day since I was about 13 years old. I've been very obsessed with my weight. So that's probably very unhealthy, but I can tell you how much I weighed like every single year of my life up until now. Yeah, that's nuts. But I can, because that's what I've done since puberty. So anyway, so when I went to New York, I weighed 169. I was only there for 2 days. Within those 2 days, I gained 4 pounds. Now I kind of freaked out because 4 pounds, I was up like 173 point whatever pounds. And then I was like, what the hell? So I waited about a week, because I was like, you know what? Probably had a lot of sodium. This is nothing new. When I have a couple Whataburgers over the weekend, I bloat because I retain water. It'll go away in a week. It's not a problem. Don't freak out about it. Well, a week passed, 2 weeks passed, 3 weeks passed, a month passed. I didn't lose any of this water weight. I legit gained 4 effing pounds over the course of 2 days while I was in New York. So I was like, what? Like, how is this even possible? And again, I'll maintain, I didn't gorge on donuts. I did have some pastries, but it's not like I had a crazy amount. It literally is the same amount that I eat here where I live, and my weight was always maintained. Plus, like I said, I was walking a ton. So weight gain shouldn't have even been an issue. So that freaked me out. Then, again, when did we do this trip? I think it was later on that summer, like in June or the end of May. I went out of town like for a day and a half. And again, it wasn't a bum vacation. We went and we swam at this natural springs. It's near here. It's near Van Horn, Texas. It's called Bomberay Springs. We swam, and then that night we went to, and if you don't know, like a natural spring, like if you live in Austin, it's like Barton Springs. It's like the same thing. Man enclosed natural spring lake or whatever. So we swam, right? Swimming is exercise. And then that night we went to an observatory, more walking. We're looking at the stars, walking around, going to the telescopes, more walking. Or before that night, after the spring, we went to another little town, and there was like a historic old military post where they do reenactments. Walked around there for it. So I mean, I'm not exactly like a bum. It is like low impact, but it's some form of exercise, right? Anyways, in that day and a half, I gained 1.5 pounds on top of the 4 pounds I had gained earlier that March. So absolutely bizarre. I had never in my life gained so much weight in such a short amount of time. So for me, that was just like, I was freaking out. Traumatizing maybe is the word that I want to use. I mean, it's not a nice word to use because I can't really see how that's really traumatizing, but it literally freaked me out, you guys. So if you're asking maybe if the hysterectomy contributed to my weight gain, maybe. Because I really cannot understand to this day how I did that. Prior to hysterectomy, and this is where this keto diet of mine comes in. Prior to the hysterectomy, I had also gained about 10 pounds. I had went up to like 174 from 164. I don't know, just literally I was being a bum, drinking, eating Whataburger every day. You know, just like being bad. So this was before my hysterectomy, so I was like, fine, I'll lose weight. Counted calories, exercised in my house, did the normal eat healthy, count your calories type deal, and I lost 10 pounds. I went back down to 164. And then, then the hysterectomy came, then the weight gain came. So that was that. So after this 10, and I did, after that, I kept going up in weight. So I was at 174, 175. So I was almost 176 at the end of that summer. And then just over the course of the rest of the year, I gained another 2 pounds. And then I would fluctuate another pound and a half. My highest that I remember weighing was 183, possibly after a day or weekend of eating nothing but shit food, basically. And I literally felt like there was no point I had reached a point of no return. I'm 5'7". Even at 180, people were like, you don't look fat. And it's like, to me, I don't know. I can see it in my pictures. I can see it in my face. Even now, my face is very round. My face was rounder then. And it's so weird because I'm built like an inverted triangle. So I'm very broad up here, and then I narrow towards my legs, and then my legs look fine. So I'm pretty sure if I became really heavy or obese, I would have chicken legs. I would be like a ball on 2 little sticks. I think that's literally what my body would look like. Not that I ever want to get there to find out, but people would tell me, oh, you look fine, you look fine. It's like, no, I don't. I freaking don't. Like, even at that point, my knees were hurting me, which is crazy because I'm not even 200 pounds yet. I'm only 180 pounds, and like on some days my knees would just burn for no reason. Like, I wasn't exercising. I wasn't even, you know what I mean? Like, why would my knees hurt? Oh, it's probably because I'm getting heavy. And this is what I don't understand. Like, you know, the weight starts creeping up on people. It's like, how do you not feel your body in pain? My body was telling me like, bitch, you're too heavy on your knees. You know what I mean? So like, I tried to do the same thing again, right? Started exercising. I was watching my calories, watching my step count on my Apple Watch. Exact same thing I did when I lost the first 10 pounds before my hysterectomy. And let me tell you, this time, the weight would not come off. Before, I was losing about 0.8 a pound a week, you know, a pound a week on like my best weeks or whatever. Because it took me like almost 3 months to lose that 10 pounds. And again, I was doing the exact same thing, and the weight loss was so slow. At first, it was like 0.5 pounds. I was like, okay, you know, we're getting the ball rolling. And then week after that, it was like, next week, 0.1 pound loss. Next week, 0.1 pound loss. Next week, 0.2 pound loss. Next week, no pound loss. Next week, no pound loss. Like, it was so strange. And I was like a month and a half in, I was like, I've literally only lost 2 pounds. Like, this is insanity. And I don't care, you know, you could say, oh, well, progress is progress. But literally, if I was able to lose 0.5 pounds at least consistently when I was on track, how is it that it's just coming off? Like, the speed is like, it's like a sloth. It's like a turtle. Like, why? So I became the last 2 years, I became very depressed about my weight. And I think it does have something to do with my hysterectomy. I don't know. I need to go get my hormone levels checked. And I've done all kinds of experimental stuff trying to lose weight, you know, because I've never been like a heavy person. So I was always trying to find out a way, like, how much can I get away eating what I want and still lose weight? Like, that's insanity, right? It is. It's the stubborn, skinny person still in me, that young little girl who wants to eat nothing but Whataburger and not gain any weight. And if you're wondering why I mention Whataburger so much, because I freaking love Whataburger. In-N-Out what? I'm just kidding. In-N-Out's good, but Whataburger's better. But back to the point. So I just became very depressed with my weight. I mean, I just felt like it was somebody else's body. I didn't feel like it was me. I didn't feel like it was me. So I was just in like kind of a grumpy place for a long time, you know? Because I was just like, I don't know what I'm gonna do to lose weight. I don't understand. I'm working out. I did all the right things that I did before to lose weight, and I just wouldn't lose anything really. So eventually, at the end of 2018, my cousin came over from Oregon, and her and my mom were like, well, let's have a weight loss challenge. Let's blah, 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 blah. Let's see who can lose the most weight starting in January of 2019 at the end of 3 months, you know. And the bet was like, we each had like a $50 pool to put in. So we're like, all right, well, you're on. And then my husband has been on keto for damn near 2 years. It feels like forever. He was a heavy guy, and he had the gastric sleeve or the sleeve or whatever you call it. And he lost a lot of weight, and he maintained it. Started getting on keto to like seriously try and like have his body eat some of the last remaining bits of fat that just didn't want to move on him either. So he's been on keto and IF for a really long time. So he told me, he's like, you know what, if you're gonna win this, because at that point I was like 180, 182 at the end of 2018. Like, I remember having like my last really good crappy meal on New Year's Eve, and we had pozole with bread, and I was drinking, and we had like cake and all kinds of stuff. And I was like, okay, well, this is it. And I just felt huge. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, I felt huge. So I was like, okay, fine. So I did calorie counting, keto, and intermittent fasting. And lo and behold, I actually started losing weight. Like a good amount of weight in those 3 months, I lost like 10 pounds, which was crazy because 2 months in, I had already lost like 7 pounds, or a month in, I just dropped like a bunch of weight. And it was crazy. And my mother's like, how are you doing this? My mother did the normal route. Anyway, I lost to my mother, by the way, by 0.8 pounds. I was like, are you freaking serious? But it did show me that carbs and sugar they're not my friends anymore. And that hurts, because I love pasta and I love toast in the morning. And I really can't have that now. Again, example, I was 116. See, I don't know what it is. I just don't think vacations are healthy for me anymore. I can't even go on vacation and have a salad, because I'll probably gain weight from that freaking salad just being in another zip code. Like, I don't understand. But anyways, went to Austin in the beginning of August of this past August, before the kids went back to school. 169, gained 5 pounds. But I will say, I was really enjoying myself. So those 5 pounds, gained, it's not a surprise to me, because I literally was just eating everything in sight. But that happens, when you come off of a diet. And I can eat all the bread, all the s'mores, all the pizza, especially from like that one place on Austin. Was it Congress Street? Like that One More Slice or whatever the hell. Best pizza ever. Oh my God, I think we ate there like at least every day. As a meal or a snack. Oh my God, I'm choking on this delicious sandwich. But anyways, so, oh my God. So came back, was like on the scale. Oh my God, get back on keto, start exercising again. I've lost the 5 pounds. So again, I don't think that, definitely sugar, but any kind of bread, I just start like gaining weight again. Like, it sucks. So I'm kind of just trying to do a low carb lifestyle till I die, I guess, because if I start eating bread again, I'll for sure go back up to 180, for sure. So yeah, that's just my update from the hysterectomy. Yeah, I think it is causing me to gain weight. Plus, obviously I'm getting older. I get it, but just comparing myself with my mom, just counted calories. She wasn't counting her carbs or macros. She was just counting calories like I used to. And she lost 10 pounds doing that. And after post hysterectomy, I was doing that. And my body literally was just like, we're going to hang on to this fat bitch, because I don't know, maybe there's a new apocalypse coming and you're going to need this fat. I don't know. So that's what's going on with my body since then. A lot of people also ask me, like, how's your sex drive? It's fine. The sex drive's just fine. Hasn't changed, hasn't heightened. It's exactly the same. So that's my update on that. I'm going to eat this because obviously I'm going to edit this video. I can't talk and eat at the same time because I just keep choking myself and sending food up my sinus cavity. So no, I'm not going to be, I can't understand how people do eat with me's, because I can't multitask. I can't eat, drink, and talk at the same time, apparently. Thank you so much for watching. I plan on making some more tutorials soon. No, I always say that, but I've been pumping out some stuff lately. I have a lot of work on my plate. If you have any suggestions or questions, ask me. Well, thank you so much for watching. Bye.